first country which we should target is UAE. Why UAE? Because it has a similar audience base as India, similar type of population, similar types of interest, etc. And ease of doing business is very good in UAE. Only thing, I will not say challenging, but only the initial setup cost in terms of your licenses, etc., takes some amount of capital. Otherwise, UAE is a very, very good market to tap into.
Okay, a quick question. When was the last time you saw a kid's outfit and thought, wait, this is cooler than what I am wearing? From cute prints to the mini blazer and eco-friendly rompers, kids wear in India has been seriously leveled up. And today's guest is someone who is not just watching the trend. They are building the next big brand in India. So let's break it down how big this market is, what's working, what's not, and why kids wear might be the next big fashion empire. I'm your host Verkha, co-founder, director and CMO of ShopDibz. Present to you founder of Desi Soota brand, Mr. Sumit Choudhary. Sir, I would like to introduce yourself to our audience.
So, hi everyone. Thanks Verkha for having me on the show. I'm Sumit, like Verkha mentioned. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Desi Soota. Desi Soota is a kidswear brand. I have around 10-12 years of experience across e-commerce industry before starting Desi Soota. And now since the last 1.5 years, I have been running Desi Soota.
Wonderful, wonderful. Let's start from the top. किड्स वेयर इन इंडिया, ये इंडस्ट्री इतनी बड़ी कैसे हो गई? मतलब पहले तो एक दो नोन ब्रांड थे, अब तो हर दूसरा पेरेंट्स इंस्टा पे स्टाइलिश बच्चों के फोटोज डाल रहा है. व्हाट्स चेंज्ड एंड व्हेन डिड यू रियलाइज ओके ये स्पेस तो लेजिट है?
I think the industry changed some 10-15 years back, but I think when I realized this is when I became father myself and started shopping for my daughter. So the industry has changed from the times when our parents used to dress us in any type of clothing which they found, right? Size बड़ा है, छोटा है, सब चलता था. The parents nowadays, they want to dress their kids in perfect size clothes, which reflects the kids' personality. So the clothing changes or the clothing phenomena which parents themselves wore on, they want their kids to be dressed in a similar fashion, reflecting their personalities, reflecting their inner strengths and giving them a lot of positive vibes. So yeah, that's how the market dynamics are changing right now.
Okay, that's nice. So, tell me honestly, was this always the plan? What was the spark behind Desi Soota? And was there a moment or a story that made you think that this needs to exist? Or did the idea just hit you during a casual market scroll?
So yeah, I think it was not always the plan. There was always a plan of doing something of my own, but starting a kidswear brand, specifically Desi Soota, which is in comfort and ethnic wear, the spark came when I was doing shopping for my daughter. Right, she's 3 years. She will be turning 3 in August. So when I was doing shopping for her, I realized that there's a market gap apparent. Which is very apparent from the perspective that high quality affordable clothing is missing from the market, which reflects the designs or patterns which today's Gen Z customers or millennial parents want their kids to dress on, and at the same time has roots in tradition or roots from say Indian traditional textile industry.
Yes, absolutely. So also most people think kids wear में क्या ही margins होंगे, but clearly the numbers are saying something else. What's the real potential of this market from your experience?
See, market potential wise, so it's a very, very big market, right? It's around 2 lakh crore market in India itself, if I talk about kidswear alone, right? Margins again I would say that they are correct, and the people who are saying margins come and they are correct and incorrect at the same time, right? Margins depend on how well you are able to manage dead stock, how well you are able to manage your inventory. आप सप्लायर्स के साथ कितना अच्छा नेगोशिएशन कर सकते हो ताकि आपका ग्रॉस मार्जिन ज़्यादा रहे. सब कुछ बहुत सारी चीज़ें डिपेंड करती है एंड फाइनली वो मार्जिन का नंबर निकल के आता है.
ऑलराइट, सो अभी कितना मार्जिन होगा पर प्रोडक्ट अगर देखा जाए तो?
So on an average, when we sell, we are having 5 to 6% we make on each product which we sell. Final margin.
ओके ओके, सो मार्केट कैसा है? बहुत ही कॉम्पिटिटिव है, लाइक अ रेड ओशन, और इज इट अ ब्लू ओशन? यू हैव टू मेक इट अ ब्लू ओशन, राइट? इफ इट इज अ रेड ओशन, सो मतलब ऐसा क्या यूनिक आप करते हो कि जो हर बार जो कस्टमर्स है वो आपके प्रोडक्ट पे जाए rather than going on to someone else's product?
See, market-wise, it's definitely a red ocean. Like there are lots of brands, and like you also mentioned at the start, right? Every week there will be 10, 15 new brands coming up. Instagram, mein. Everybody wants to start their own fashion label, right? Every parent, mom, Nift pass outs, and lot of people, right? They start brands. Where does where do they fail, or I will not say fail, rather how do I put it?
And now let's get real. What is the hardest part of building a kids wear brand in India? डिजाइन करना मुश्किल है, प्राइस पॉइंट से सेट करना टफ है, और it is just building the trust with the parents?
I think the most difficult part is building trust. It's to do with the number of Kidswear brand and options which parents have right now, right? There are a lot of new brands which have popped up. Parents have got a lot of options. So where does this go, right? Where does the parent go? And building trust specifically is important in online sector because वो touch and feel product का नहीं है. आप एक फोटो देख के आप डिसाइड करते हो whether ये मेरे बच्चे पे ठीक लगेगा नहीं लगेगा, साइज फिटिंग आएगी नहीं आएगी. एंड सेकेंडरी एस्पेक्ट्स ऑफ ब्रांड फेक है, ब्रांड मेरे पैसे लेके भाग तो नहीं जाएगा, एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा, वो सब बैक ऑफ द माइंड रहता है. सो बिल्डिंग ट्रस्ट विद द कस्टमर्स विद रिस्पेक्ट टू जो भी हम दे रहे हैं, इट्स ऑफ गुड क्वालिटी. The quality will not fade, the designs will not fade, the colors will not go away, the kid will not feel itchy, etc., etc. And if we are doing it consistently, that is what will make the parents come back to you. So that's the most difficult and I would say the most easiest part to grow a brand.
Yes. So the market of kidswear, it's completely red ocean. So many competition is there. So how you are surviving in this tough competition? I know the big brands such as Ginny and Johnny makes it's a huge brand and makes a lot of money in the kidswear. So are you dream to becoming that, or like what is your future goal?
So in terms of future goal dream, we want to take India to the global stage, right? Right now, what gap we are seeing in terms of ethnic wear for kids or the comfort ethnic wear segment is what we like to call ourselves in. A very few options of these kind of clothing exists in the market. Maybe it India, maybe it outside India, right? There's a big Indian population which lives across Middle East, US, UK, etc., right? So we want to take the brand global. We want to make India stand out in terms of what we are building in terms of say quality, in terms of designs, in terms of Indianization of the designs.
All right. And one thing I love about your brand, you are not just selling the clothes, you are selling cuteness, safety, and comfort all in one. So how did you position your brand differently? क्या thought process था when you were building it?
So when we were building it, we had thought that we don't want to build the same clothing, say, which all other brands are building, right? There are many brands which are coming up. We did not want to have the same type of clothing. We want to make something different. We want to make something which the kids will love to wear and at the same time parents will love to buy, right? So hence we have built something that our products cater to both parents and kids. Kids love it because of the design element, right? We have animal print, floral print, etc. Parents love it because it's comfortable on the kids skin. The kids clothing is breathable. The fabric is soft and hence parents don't have to worry about itchiness, redness of the skin, and they don't have to worry about the kids just taking off their clothing every 2-3 hours saying that it's heavy or it's itchy or they don't like to wear it, right? So our clothing, we have had instances where the kids have been wearing the same clothes continuously for 3-4 days, right? Morning it gets washed and evening they start wearing it again and the routine repeats. right? And we have got awesome feedback from people that kids are loving it in terms of the design and the comfort which it gives.
अभी मार्केट जो है वो इतना कॉम्पिटिटिव है, ऐसा क्या करना चाहिए ब्रांड को जिससे कि वो सरवाइव कर पाए इनटू दिस हाईली कॉम्पिटिटिव मार्केट?
Two things primarily, right, in competitive market, which when you have to survive. First is customer obsession. You have to obsess over your customers. You have to give superior customer experience, even if it means ki for some customers you go out of the way to do stuff, right? Just giving an example, right? Once a customer from Delhi reached out to us that they have a school function for their kid and they need the clothing next day itself, right? And none of the courier can deliver from Bangalore to Delhi in one day, right? So we specifically got that shipment airlifted through Blue Dart and got it delivered the next day morning to the customer at 7:30 in the morning, right? And he was enthralled, even though we lost money while doing that shipment, right? Blue Dart Air costs around 5 times of the shipment value, like if you would have done normal shipments compared to that. But that was a customer delight which we gave, and he was super happy, right? And I don't worry whether that he will come back and buy from me, but I know for sure that he will say this story to 4 5 more people, right? And that's how the trust and that's how the cycle begins. So this is the first thing. Customer trust and obsession is what the brand has to obsess with. Second, what the brand has to obsess with is how do you execute well from all formats, from your supply chain perspective, from your marketing perspective, from your finance perspective, so that there are no leakages with respect to cash. Your inventory should be super tight so that you have less dead stock. Your supply chain should be super tight and agile so that you come to the market very fast. You don't have to you have highest gross margins, etc., right? So yeah, being super efficient on your execution and customer obsession, these are the two things which will definitely make you win the market.
Definitely. So the customer obsession is something that every brand should take care of. This is the key to win customer in any segment. Also, I'm curious, you started D2C brand straight away और पहले रिटेल स्टार्ट किया, क्या ऑनलाइन का प्रेशर ज्यादा होता है या ऑफलाइन सेटअप डिफिकल्ट है इन किड्स वेयर?
I think pressure or difficulty wise both offline and online has its own nuances. दोनों के अपने nuances है, दोनों अपने तरीके से pros and cons है दोनों के. We started as an online brand and that primarily comes from our experience also from working in the marketplaces before. So we started our online brand and we still are online. We have not yet gone into offline mode. We are planning to go into offline in some time, but right now everything is online. Yeah, difficulty wise both are difficult, both are easy. It just depends on how efficiently you are driving it, how efficiently you are being closer to the customers. And given the wave that right now customers want to buy everything online, स्वाइप करके बस इम्पल्सिव बाइंग जिसको बोलते हैं वो ऑनलाइन में ज़्यादा होता है. ऑफलाइन में देख के परख के जो बाइंग होती है वो ज़्यादा होती है. तो
पहना के बच्चे को फिर उसके बाद दे परचेज.
या सो रिटर्न वाइज जैसे अगर हम बात करें रिटर्न्स की तो ऑनलाइन में रिटर्न ज़्यादा होते हैं, ऑफलाइन में रिटर्न्स कम होते हैं वैसे. तो एवरीथिंग बैलेंसेस ईच अदर आउट इफेक्टिवली.
तो अगर देखा जाए तो कौन सा वाला ऑप्शन बेटर है, ऑफलाइन या ऑनलाइन?
So it depends on the founders or the team's capabilities, right? To start with, right? I know a lot of brands or I know a lot of people who only have offline and they have started offline stores, etc. And they are doing pretty well. And I know a lot of people who are doing online, right? And they are also doing pretty well. And not only in kids segment, in apparel segment together as such, right? Men's, women's, kids, सब में एक ही कहानी है. दोनों में सक्सेस मिलता है. The ease of success is also same in both. It's just that how you are approaching both. The TG अलग होता है दोनों में थोड़ा बहुत, बस ज़्यादा फर्क नहीं है. It's just that how you are executing well. किसी में जैसे ऑफलाइन में आपका इन्वेंट्री का प्रॉब्लम होता है, आपका इन्वेंट्री फंस जाती है, आपका वर्किंग कैपिटल रोटेशन का प्रॉब्लम होता है. ऑनलाइन में आपके रिटर्न्स और कस्टमर इश्यूज के प्रॉब्लम ज़्यादा होते हैं.
तो दोनों के अपने अपने प्रॉब्लम्स है, पॉजिटिव एंड नेगेटिव साइड्स है.
करेक्ट.
So एंड डिजाइन डिसीजन कैसे होता है, जैसे कि पेरेंट्स के लिए डिजाइन करते हो या फिर यू ऑल्सो स्टडी द किड्स ट्रेंड्स, लाइक आर यू फॉलोइंग पिंटरेस्ट मूड बोर्ड्स फॉर टॉडलर्स नाउ?
So we are not following Pinterest or mood boards, for example. So what we typically do is we design for kids in terms of the prints which they will be liking. The clothes design is for parents, like how the parents would want to dress up their kids. So what we do is we typically in our apartment complex and near and dear ones, we have a community of 20-25 parents plus kids, right? So whatever designs we like or whatever designs we curate, we take it through them first to understand what they are liking, what they are not liking, etc. And basis that we take a decision that okay, out of this 25, only 10 we will be bringing it to the market, and we bring those 10 in the market and we bring in small batches first and test out that 10 in terms of pan India, how people are reacting in terms of buying, clicking, etc. And basis early signals of success or failure, we just say that okay, if we want to increase the quantity for a particular design or kill the design if it's not working. So this
Absolutely,
is how ये हमारी design journey है.
Absolutely, that's a very design strategy. पहले design करो and launch करो small batches में and then figure it out if people are liking it or not. How the customer
Yes.
react, increase the batch size. That is an absolutely perfect strategy. So, अब let's look ahead. 5 साल बाद, where do you see this going? Are you building the next Ginny and Johnny और कुछ बड़ा करना है आपको?
So 5 साल बाद I am seeing this go international. I want to establish my shops in UAE, Middle East, other countries, plus your UK and US. We also want to go offline. We have still not decided whether we want to go as an exclusive brand outlet or a shop-in-shop concept, but definitely we will be offline. So basically, if I have to put it in one line, we will be present everywhere where our customers are or expect us to be.
So if I want to go global with the kidswear, which is the first country I should target to, and what are the key hurdles that would come in front of me in order to launch my brand there?
First country which we should target is UAE. Why UAE? Because it has a similar audience base as India, similar type of population, similar types of interest, etc. And ease of doing business is very good in UAE. Only thing, I will not say challenging, but only the initial setup cost in terms of your licenses, etc., takes some amount of capital. Otherwise, UAE is a very, very good market to tap into. Good earning potential of people, and hence good consumer, good disposable income, good interests with respect to what people want to buy, etc. Definitely a good market.
All right, that's definitely a nice advice. So, and for those who are listening, जो खुद का भी किड्स वेयर में कुछ स्टार्ट करना चाहते हैं, काम स्टार्ट करना चाहते हैं, what advice do you have for them? क्या मिस्टेक्स अवॉइड करनी चाहिए जो आपने की, जो कोई और ना करे?
तो दो मिस्टेक्स इनफैक्ट जो हमने पहले की और जो नहीं करनी चाहिए व्हेन यू स्टार्ट ए ब्रांड, राइट. फर्स्ट मिस्टेक इज ओवर एस्टिमेटिंग द डिमांड, राइट. व्हेन वी स्टार्टेड, हमने स्टार्टिंग में वी स्टार्टेड विद टी शर्ट्स. तब हम एथनिक में नहीं गए थे. वी फाउंड द प्रोडक्ट लेटर. हम टी शर्ट से स्टार्ट किए. वी थॉट दैट वी विल बी एबल टू इतने टी शर्ट्स हम बेच ही देंगे, एक्सेट्रा, एंड वी गॉट अ लॉट बेसिस एमओक्यू. देन वी रियलाइज्ड कि डिमांड पिक करना स्लो है, and for that you will need a lot of inventory in terms of lot of different styles and not the quantity of each style. So then we figured out that each style we have to have lowest MOQ or very low MOQ small batch testing, which I mentioned earlier, right. We should have that rather than bringing inventory in bulk. Otherwise inventory में सारे पैसे फंस जाएंगे और कुछ नहीं निकलेगा. So that is definitely one pitfall which everybody should avoid, that they should not bloat their inventory a lot when they are doing it. Second pitfall, I will not say pitfall perspective, but second thing which everybody should be wary of or should incorporate in their strategy is customer follow-up and feedback. Customer feedback is very, very important, especially when you are starting up, because when the customer gives you feedback, you understand whether your product is right, wrong, whether the price point is right, wrong, what new thing which you want to incorporate in the product, etc. And that not only makes your product better, but it also brings back the trust of the customer. So yeah, these are the two things which everybody should take care of when they're starting up.
Nice advices. So now moving ahead with the quick rapid fire round. So say what comes to your mind first.
Okay.
So what is the biggest myth people have built about kids wear?
So if I have to give an example, there are like around 800 900 varieties of cotton, right? So people believe that अगर ब्रांड ने लिखा है 100% कॉटन तो वो अच्छा है मेरे बच्चों के लिए. कॉटन कॉटन के क्लोथिंग 500 रुपए में मिल जाएंगे, 300 रुपए में मिल जाएंगे, 3000 में मिल जाएंगे. देयर इज डेफिनेटली अ क्वालिटी एंगल टू इट. देयर इज डेफिनेटली how good a quality of a 3000 rupees clothing is versus a 500 or 200 rupees clothing is, right? So not all cotton is same, not all cotton is eco-friendly, not all cotton is organic. So people have to understand that thing while building a kidswear brand.
Definitely, material is something that everybody should need to think about. So your brand in one word.
Comfortable tradition.
Very nice. Best city to shop kidswear in India.
India is full of regional differences, and a lot of cities have a lot of good kidswear, but definitely one city which I love to shop in and I would suggest everyone to visit for shopping is Jaipur.
Wow. So one celebrity kid you would like to dress.
I wish somebody from the celebrity team is listening to this, but yeah, one celebrity kid which I would love to dress is Saif Ali Khan's children.
Tamur.
Yeah.
All right. So Zara for kids or Indian homegrowns all the way?
Indian homegrown all the way.
Perfect. So moving on to the next round. Now we will be discussing about specifically your brand. So Desi Soota is such an interesting name. It feels rooted, desi, and instantly connected. Where did you come up with this name? Like what was going on your thoughts? Yes, this is the name that you want to pick.
So when we were thinking of the brand name, one thing was we were very sure about that we want to bring in a lot of Indianization, a lot of thought to the name with respect to that this is from India. I did not want to name a brand some funny character or some hard to pronounce name. We wanted to make it very simple, which people can pronounce easily, which people can recognize easily, and at the same time it gives a lot of Indian context. That was first. Second, we wanted to go very deep into heritage, and hence the word Soota came, which means cotton or thread in Sanskrit. Soot says Soota. Right. So yeah, that's the thought which we came up with Desi Soota.
Wow. Very nice story. And what's your tagline? I feel like the brand that have a solid tagline usually have a strong why behind them. What's yours and what does it means to you?
So our tagline encompasses the entire belief which we have with respect to the brand, with respect to what we are doing. Our tagline is rooted in tradition, built for tomorrow. So
Wow.
basically the traditional designs or traditional clothing, we are remaking or reimagining it, keeping in view the future generations, how they would love the pattern, what kind of prints they would love, etc.
Absolutely brilliant. So now be honest. Why should anyone buy from Desi Soota? I mean, with so many kidswear brands popping out every week, what's the one reason people should pick your brand?
Comfort and style.
Perfect reasons. So guys, if you want comfort and style both, you can find with Desi Soota brand. Do check out their products, and soon their products would be available on shopdibz.com. So I will share the link with you guys soon, and do check it out. Since you are running Kidswear brand, I have to ask, what's one parenting trend you absolutely love these days and one that makes you go, what are we even doing?
So one parenting trend which, and it's a very interesting trend which we have started seeing, right, is the use or extended use of ethnic wear which is coming into kids clothing. I still remember when we used to wear as a kid, we used to wear jeans, t-shirt, and we used to love and demand those things, right? Nowadays, because of Indianization of stuff, because of schools, colleges, everyone, schools, not colleges, sorry, schools are demanding kids wearing ethnic wear in festivals, school events, etc. And parents also wanting to dress up their kids in ethnic and Indian dresses, right? So there's a big spike in Indian wear which is coming in for kids, and that is one trend which I'm loving it because we are completely on top of it right now.
Wow, so ethnic wear is the trend. Also, we hear made in India everywhere on label, in campaigns, but for you, building this brand from the scratch, what does this make in India actually means like beyond just the printed on tag?
So for us, Make in India means that I am putting India on the global stage. That is first. Second, I am supporting Indian laborers, Indian artisans, Indian textile industry, and with all aspects, right? With say fair wages or with respect to fair living standards, etc. And putting India on the top. So these are the two things which means Make in India for me rather than just a brand label.
Wow, nice story. So, guys, this was fun and as a low key insightful. I honestly didn't expect that the kids wear space to be this deep. It's cute, it's cool, and clearly it's a big market. And if you are just thinking about starting something, remember small size doesn't mean small business. And if you like this episode, share it with your co founder, your clients, and even with your mom because everyone knows someone who is buying kidswear right now. I'm your host Verkha and we are shopdibz.com. So do check it out our website and you will soon find Desi Soota brand on our platform.